Good morning, morning.
Good morning. What's going on, man?
Same old, same old. Ah, got a new microphone, so I sound a little better, hopefully.
Yeah. Would you got a new microphone?
Yeah, for my computer.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I didn't actually go buy a new microphone. I found it stashed away in my closet when I was cleaning my room last weekend. So I was like, oh, good. Set this up for the next meeting. My sound output or input was terrible on the first two meetings.
Can you give me 1 second here?
Yeah,
Hopefully that worked.
seems to be working.
Yeah.
I see you just fine.
Yeah.
Yep. It's nice to see you during the daytime instead of in the dark.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
what do
I
we
know.
talk
And
about
I just
today?
I got so much um it feels sometimes like I have so much going on, but I really don't, but I do.
I
I
know
got
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to like reschedule some meetings for today. So I think we're gonna have to keep it at whatever, time frame. Um, we're supposed to get an ice storm here. So
Fun times.
yeah, so I'm gonna try to make it to the spring today uh before it really starts coming down.
Yep. Oh
And then
boy.
I gotta meet with a customer. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm surprised I've actually got a couple appointments for tomorrow. It's been pretty quiet since Thanksgiving, which is normal.
mhm.
Usually after Thanksgiving, I don't get any phone calls till like March, till Easter.
Yeah.
And granted, they are for some really small projects, so we'll see.
Yeah.
It's something.
That's what I'm getting calls for, just small projects, but I'll take them.
Yep.
So
I have one more big project that is an interior remodel project that I'm super hoping is going to fall through. I just sent them an email this morning being like, hey, by the way, I did have to move some things around in my schedule for other customers to get your project started earlier. So, it's been a week. I really need to know which way you're deciding to go here so I can let my customers know,
yeah.
you know.
What you drinking there this morning? You got your go-go juice?
Yeah, it's my mushroom hot cocoa.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is good.
Yeah.
From realmushrooms.com. It's the best
Yeah.
stuff.
Hey, I ordered some blue light blockers. I think I was telling you that.
From the website that I showed you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what these are from.
Yeah. Then the other day I'm thinking,
You can get them in prescription too. You can send
yeah,
in your prescription and have them make it to your prescription.
yeah. Then the other day I was thinking, I'm like, is this just like a thing to like get people to just do all this trendy shit? You know? It's like,
You'll see when you put them on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it really like I'm assuming it's making the screen look also different in our
Yep.
perception. But do you wear them outside of her?
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, these I don't wear all the time because I
Hmm.
don't wear them when I'm working. When I'm working, I wear, safety goggles, or I actually just got these for work. These are from Lucid Eyewear, and these are like smart safety goggles.
Yeah.
Um, so I can actually like talk on the phone and listen to music and shit right through these glasses. But they just have yellow frames. That's it.
Yeah.
Can't find the amber blue blockers. I think there's blue blocking technology in there, but they don't do the amber color, just the yellow. So I use
Yeah.
those for work, and then these outside of work, especially when I'm on my computer.
Yeah, I just ordered from a company called Swanswick.
Okay.
Um, they're pretty reputable. So I know there's many out there, but
I don't
we'll
know
see.
if you've ever worn like did are you getting amber or yellow colored ones or just blue
Yeah,
blacks?
the amber.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you'll notice the first time you put them on, aside from the obvious color difference, is your eyes instantly just melt into relaxation.
Yeah.
Like your eyes will never have felt so relaxed.
Yeah, I had a pair like over the summer and then they broke the lens popped out and whatever and
Yep.
just but they are so nice for when you're driving
Mm.
and it just makes everything look completely like I don't know, just brighter. Even on cloudy days, they're really nice
Right. Yep.
when you're
It's
wearing
funny
cloudy
because they're
days.
actually dimming everything down, but they make everything brighter. It's
Yeah.
and
Yep.
my favorite thing is like, especially with my astigmatism, I see light everywhere. Right.
Right.
I don't just see um, the objects that light reflects off of. I see the light scattering as it reflects all over the place. Um, which kind of obscures my vision, and that's just an astigmatism thing. But
Yeah.
when I put these on, right, all of the light between all the objects disappears.
Hmm.
So I just see the objects and that's it.
Yeah. So where are we at today? What's on the hot topic for the cosmic kitchen sink?
I don't know. We could talk about anything.
It was uh it was nice having Gina in our conversation the other night.
It was
Yeah.
as unexpected as it was, but
Yeah. Have the
unexpectedly is nice too.
have the aliens landed by you yet?
No, no aliens over here. Um, Probably more of an effect that they're not needed over here.
Yeah. I
They
just
go
left.
where they're needed.
Yep.
I still believe in them. I saw them once, once and done. Once you see them, you're aware of them. There's no question marks anymore.
Yeah.
And I
Isn't
saw the mother of all ships when I was young.
isn't the aliens us? If
Well,
everything's just a mirror and a reflection of herself, it's isn't it just us?
I guess it depends on what perspective you want to look at it from. My perspective is an alien race came to this planet, thousands of years ago, however many, doesn't matter. And they took their genes and mixed them with the genes of the Homo erectus that was here and created the Homo sapien race. So, like, we're technically the descendants of aliens, but we're also the descendants of creatures that were home to this planet.
Hmm.
So, we are aliens and we're not aliens at the same time, I guess.
Supposedly. How do you spell aliens?
How
No, I'm being
do you
serious.
spell aliens?
I'm being serious. How do you spell aliens?
Aileen. That's how you spell it. Aileen.
What's the actual spelling?
Alien.
Is it is it instead of aliens, is it AI lens?
No,
AILENS?
no. But that sounds like a good
Right.
name for some sort of
AI
tech company.
and then LENS lens like the glasses. So it's just looking
Right.
AI lens.
Islands. Islands. AI
AI.
lens.
Yeah, like lens in your glasses are, the lens that enables you to see.
We need to create a company called Islands.
Yeah.
It's a software tech company or something. We don't need to know how to do any of that stuff. We'll just hire people to do it for us. We'll come up with ideas for them to work on and put them to work. That's what it means to be a capitalist, right?
Yep. Yeah. So I think things are really moving forward in the digital aspect perspective. Um, there's so much stuff that's going on at such a fast pace, sometimes it's hard to keep up with it all.
Tell me about it.
But I think that the best thing for all of us in this sense is to stay grounded, and take our blessings as they come. So I'm looking forward to 2020. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm looking forward to today, but I'm also looking forward to kind of, like what we call, the future. So, which is already here. Um, Kind of weird with these, all the, not weird, but like different with all this new technology that's coming out, with and different apps and linking this and linking that. And so there's a lot of schooling going on the planet.
And it's important the way that you described it too, that you're looking forward to, right? As opposed to waiting for or wanting, right? Most people are wanting and wishing for.
Yeah.
There's a difference between doing that and looking forward to. That's as long as you're wanting and wishing, you will be creating a future in which you're still wanting and wishing. But if you're looking forward to, you're
Hmm.
creating the future that you're actually looking forward to experiencing.
Yeah.
Big difference in the way those play out.
Yeah. And that's on a collective level, so it's nice to see how everything's kind of moving forward. So,
One more year of difficulties, though.
is it
Yep, number nine.
number 9?
Number nine. 2025 is number nine.
Yep.
It's really interesting watching it all play out because it was about a year ago now that I was telling all my friends in a particular meeting we were having how, and I don't remember anymore how I even gained this revelation. It was like a series of dreams and exterior events and internal events, whatever. I don't even remember, just all like connecting dots together. And suddenly I realized, oh, so we're here. These next 2 years, as a year ago, I'm saying this, these next 2 years are the end of the end,
Hmm.
where, everything about the old world will be dying off over the next 2 years. Like, not all of it, because it's really a much longer transition than that, but like, this is going to be like the apex of the
Hmm.
transition right here is these next 2 years where you're going to have the most amount of things dying off from that old world, the biggest most important things of that old world dying off over these next 2 years. And so we'll be witness to a lot of chaos and destruction. And but my message was also that's okay because that's just one world that's dying off, and that's not our world. That's not the world we live in.
Hmm.
That world lives alongside the world we live in. And so we're aware of it and we're going to see it. We're going to watch that destruction happen. And but it's not going to affect us necessarily, unless, of course, we allow it.
Yep.
Um,
Hence the last 5 years, 4 years.
right. And, so our job is to act as the witnesses of the end of that old world.
Paradigm.
Right. And just watch it die off and, just allow that to happen. And then when that's finished, another 2 years later, come 2026, right? That's when things really begin to take off for us with everything that we're doing to create the new world. Right? That's when everything can springboard forward with that.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize when I was saying all of that, though, is also over these 2 years, as I'm now learning from experience, is not only are there a lot of things about the old world itself dying off, but a lot of things within us personally that are related to that old world are
Mm-hmm.
dying off. So we ourselves are also going through some massive changes as the old world dies, not only in our exterior lives, but also in our internal lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the things that the physical body are going through too, it see a lot of people are getting what we call sick, like just a massive amount of people, and not just here in the not just here in the United States, but it seems to be like everywhere someone's getting sick. But I don't think that's I think the body is just people's bodies are detoxing. And that's what sickness is anyways, when you get sick or you
Right,
get your fever, whatever, but your body is just detoxing.
right.
But some people have been telling me they're just been sick like a lot the last month and 2 months and feeling drained and tired. And so I feel, that some of these energies that are coming in are kicking some people's asses.
That's
So
very possible.
yeah,
We're
it's
still
very
at solar
possible.
maximum.
Yep. Yep.
It's actually been pretty quiet with solar flares lately, but it's picking up again.
Yeah. So just keep on doing what we're doing and working out.
Staying healthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I like doing these 12 pounders. They're enough weight, but they're not like overkill.
Yep.
And I just do like arm extensions with them and just loosen up. I'm not a huge big workout person, you know what I mean? Like, I get out more in the summertime biking and walking and being really, really, really active. Obviously we all do, but um
Yep. It's a good way to keep your muscles balanced in the kind of career we're in.
yeah. Yeah, then I do this 35 pounder.
Yep.
So kettlebells, those are nice. I kind of just do, just the upper shoulders and work all that because I've always had a issue with shoulder, especially my left shoulder. When I was a child, I was in a bicycle accident with a car and broke the shoulder. So
Yikes.
it's always like, I've always lived with some type of pain in it, you know, because that's when I died and came back.
Oh, for reals?
However we want to look at it, yeah, yeah. I remember, I don't ever remember hitting the car or the car hitting me, whatever. Um, but I do remember, like when the um, ambulance came and they asked me what I was seeing, and I had said that I was seeing these blue lights going all over in my eyes. They were. It's like I still picture them right now, and I was young. I was 14, So I could still picture what it looked like.
That's what they call seeing stars.
Yeah, whatever it was. But like when they had me laying down and they were shining that flashlight in my eyes and they're like, what? Checking, whatever. They checked the dilation, I guess, for your pupils. But there was just lights that were going here and there and everywhere. It wasn't like when you hit your head, those type. It was something I've never experienced before. Even getting
Uh,
knocked out, like even getting close to knocked out, but these were different. So
Interesting.
yeah. But I remember my mom was divorced from my stepdad, but she called him and because they thought I was going to die because of the trauma that I had to the body and the heart. So, but here I am.
Maybe you
Oh,
did die and you're a walk-in,
yeah, I think so.
because that's a thing, apparently. Some
Yeah.
people have these near-death experiences, but their soul moves on and another soul comes in.
Hmm. Yeah, buddy. So, what you got for the kitchen sink today
I don't know.
on this eve of the full moon?
I want to try and get to a point with these where they feel more natural, like we're just conversing for the sake of conversing.
Hmm.
Um, because I'm not the kind of person that's ever gonna do well with a script.
Yeah,
you
same here.
know, planning things out doesn't work for me. Just taking things as they come and being authentic and real with where I'm at. That's what works for me. So
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. I know some days for us it's just like go 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 go. We talk 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 talk, and some of those days are just kind of mellow,
right.
mellow and chill, whatever.
So like scheduling these meetings kind of sets us up to like feel minorly scripted in a sense,
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, so we're doing this for the purpose of, but if we could get rid of the idea in our heads of we're doing this for the purpose of creating this episode and just make it more like, hey, we're getting together to talk, but over Zoom and we're going to record it for the sake of recording it and turn those
Right.
into episodes,
Right.
like whether it's scheduled or unscheduled, regardless, just do it over Zoom anyways and record it anyways. And then use that content for episodes so it feels more natural.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, um, keeping a very keen eye on Coinbase, so that's always on my mind.
Yeah.
XRP is being really testy right now.
Yeah.
It keeps here, let me do a screen share.
Yeah. Did you read that people were claiming that they were having issues with Coinbase? Like, um, you can look it up yourself. Uh,
No, I haven't come across any information about that.
yeah, people were like having some of their accounts like flagged.
Flagged for what?
I don't know. It's just like kind of whatever, some stuff, and the Coinbase was kind of like it's not as bad as people think it is or whatever. But there were multiple people that were their accounts were getting flagged, and And for what reason, I'm not sure exactly. I can't really completely speculate on it, but if you wanted to pull up and kind of look at it, you could just probably type in Coinbase.
Yeah, I have no idea.
People claiming issues with Coinbase or whatever. You know what I mean? I was looking at it yesterday and reading a couple things in it. They said it was because they onboarded so many people and around the election time, and that it overloaded their security because of the people that were coming in and KYCing and so forth, blah blah blah. Just kind of overwhelmed their security system, and they couldn't do like they wanted to make sure people's accounts were safe and secure, and which could be the case, too. I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
As long as they're not controlling people's transactions, during a like a like during a high time of like prices going up and people are trying to pull stuff out, you know what I mean? Trying to pull money out, as long as they're not pulling that during those times, So that's another thing too, an issue I think where with Coinbase that we need to because Coinbase is it's a centralized exchange, and anything else that we do own, like our ledger or our treasure
Well,
or
so in that sense,
our cold storage wallets,
I
hold
think
those.
I think exchanges should be centralized.
Yeah.
And here's why, right? Like the market itself should be decentralized, currencies should be decentralized, things of that nature, maybe payment systems, could and should be decentralized. I don't know, but exchanges, investment exchanges, especially should be centralized because if they're not and something goes wrong, who do you go to for help? Who do you hold accountable?
Right.
So I've played with a decentralized investment exchange before, and everybody lost 90% of their account, guessing it was stolen. They claim that they were hacked.
Which one are you talking about?
Decentralized hedge fund.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So everybody, had 90% of their accounts just wiped out all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nobody that you can hold accountable for that because it's a decentralized exchange,
Yeah.
right? It's technically not owned by anybody, so apparently nobody's responsible for all the money that went missing, right? So that's the problem with the decentralized exchange. There's no one to hold accountable to if something like that were to happen. But if that happened to Coinbase, you could file, class action lawsuits against Coinbase and force them to pay your money back
Yeah.
somehow, some way, right? You can't do that with a decentralized exchange.
Yeah, well, they do put it in their terms and conditions of, they're not responsible if anything happens, a hack or the exchange goes down or whatnot.
All right, they have to have some limitation of liability, but at the end of the day, they are the ones that are accountable. It's their centralized system.
Yeah.
But anyways, as you can see from the chart here, she's being real testy right now, XRP.
Yeah.
She came down, she tested this resistance right here. She came back up, she tested this resistance right here. So lower high, higher low, right? Came
Yep.
down pretty strong there, much stronger than she did in the past. So is indication number one that we're at the end of the peak, especially having come up to a lower high here and then came back down here. Now we're testing this boundary, right? So another clear indication we're definitely on the way back down. And she's coming up again, another lower high. She's not getting up this high again. She's
Mm-hmm.
testing this resistance right here. So but it's taken so long. I was expecting this to fall a bit more rapidly. So I'm guessing this weekend or by Monday, whenever this starts going down, it's going to come down pretty strong and start testing. Well, at least this right here. Right, so almost $1.50 the next time it goes down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll come down this low. I doubt it, but it's at least coming down this low.
Yeah. Well, it's trying to shake people out,
Yep.
and these automated market makers, how to do that. Hey, guess what came in the mail?
What's that?
Can you see them?
Hold on, I gotta put the large screen back on.
Oh, you don't have to. I just
There we go. Show me again. Oh, Swanswick. Yeah.
yeah.
Your lenses. Nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna
So
try them on then?
yeah, just just happened to go downstairs and I seen the mail lady walking up to the sidewalk. Let's see what these things look like. Not bad, not bad. China.
They look like the same lenses as mine. How's that
Wow.
feel?
Wow.
Big difference, huh?
Yeah, they're I gotta look out the window here real quick. Yeah, they're about like my other pair.
Yep.
I don't know how they look though.
I can tell how it's blocking all the blue light because the blue light is the only thing I see reflecting off of the lenses.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, I haven't. I'll have to check out and see what they look like in the mirror.
Yeah. All the reflections coming off are blue.
Oh, they're not bad. I like them.
Yeah. Did you get those in your prescription or?
No,
Okay.
no. So I'm able to wear these at night to look at my phone,
Okay.
whatever. So yeah, what a difference.
Indeed.
I'm going to I'll drive with them today on because I do like to see the world on like on the days to like today is partly cloudy and the sun is still out, but it's like it really amplifies things.
Yep.
So I don't think we want to block that light out during the daytime though.
Well, if you got these through the same company that I get them through, they only block out the harmful range of the blue frequencies. They don't block out the
Supposedly. Right,
supposedly.
right.
Allegedly, they do not block out the beneficial parts of the Blu-ray spectrum, just the harmful parts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Swanwick. That's the company Swan. SWANWICK.
Yep.
So yeah, interesting.
Okay.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to go do some astral traveling real quick. Oh yeah. So where were we? We had to get the XRP chart pulled up and we were kind of just discussing that a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was just going over the chart and how it's bouncing from one resistance to the next resistance and
Yeah.
where it's at right it's right at its new lower high resistance right now, and its next move is going down to its new lower low resistance, which will be $1.50 ish.
Yeah.
It'll crash and settle there. Then it'll, bounce up and down. Eventually, it's going to settle, I think, probably at the lowest around $1.30 before it goes up again. But I wouldn't wait too long to get back into it. Like basically, once it's back down to $1.50, I'd say that's a safe place to get back into it
Yeah.
because there's a lot of things going on, and anything can trigger it to spike again right now.
Yeah.
Like the Ripple network is taking off. I just got news from Tonson yesterday that the Ripple network is launching.
R
Um,
R RLUSD.
yes, the RLUSD. You got the email?
No, I thought Cam,
You got it through another source?
that's basically my yeah,
Your most favorite thing to follow?
yeah, I keep up with the market every single day from Bitcoin to Ethereum to XRP to meme coins to even all coins that we haven't even some of the coins we haven't even heard of.
Right.
So it's like I'm on the Discord too. I joined the Discord. So while I was showering this morning, I was listening to the Discord and they were talking about Mog and some other tokens and Andy and Peppy and Wolf. Um, that's what a lot of people have been doing. They just been shoveling money into penny coins and 5 cent ones, and just keep on putting their money, keep on putting their money, and keep on putting their money in. And it's crazy because like some people are like just like throwing down in like $10,000. Big players are putting literally like $1 million into these meme coins, you
Yep.
know. And
Because they're the new penny stocks.
yeah, it's huge. Like, and a lot of people are making
It only takes one of them to 100x from a penny to a dollar.
right. Yeah, to basically make you a millionaire,
Right.
you know. So it's very interesting, the entire market. Now, from my understanding, like the Trump family is also they're invested into Ethereum. So, and then I think Trump has World Liberty Financial. Is that what it is? Yeah. So it's just so much stuff that's being created on a collective scale, which is super, super, super interesting. It's just following it all and keeping it up with it all can sometimes be a little crazy, but um, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of things are speculation. We look at charts and we look at this and we look at that one. I mean, that's very well possible that XRP could pull back down again. Don't know. We could see a retest. So, um, hard to say. I think that's it's a good thing because it gives other two people an opportunity to dollars cost the DCA, dollar cost average, and then other people to get into the market that may have missed it. So I think a lot more people are paying more attention now more than ever. What you looking at?
Logging into my external mailbox for my trust because I'm still waiting for my EIN number to come in.
Uh-huh.
I got to get this trust set up so I can get my next business set up.
Yeah.
But IRS is taking their sweet time. I might have to call them on Monday and be like, hey, where's my EIN? Shouldn't take this long.
No, I thought you applied online and like you got it like within like an hour or something like that.
For the LLC, yeah. But for the trust,
Yeah.
they wouldn't let me do the online application. Every time I put it through, they said, nope, sorry, you have to call us with, this error code. So I called and
Really?
gave the error, right. So I called and gave the error code and they said, okay, that means you have to do a manual application and either, manually snail mail it to us or fax it to us. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay. So I filled out manual application and I faxed it to them. And I'm
Hmm.
guessing it's because it's a an irrevocable trust. I think they just automatically don't give out EINs for those because
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess they've caught on to the fact that people generally tend not to pay income taxes on those,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is, of course, the way it should be because you're not supposed to have to pay taxes on irrevocable trusts.
Right.
What are you doing setting up an irrevocable trust as a public vehicle instead of a private vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah, so that's why I still haven't sent that paperwork over. Still
Okay.
waiting on the IRS to give me that number so I can complete the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little impatient about that.
Yep. I don't blame you.
It's okay though. Things are moving.
Yep. Things are moving. Yes, sir. Are you frozen?
Nope.
Was that a hookah?
An electronic dabber.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you or anybody that might be watching is into dabbing, but if you are, Dr. Dabber is the best of all the dabbing machines that I've ever used.
Dr. Dabber.
Yep.
That sounds familiar. I think that's what my nephew uses. Dr. Dabber.
Yeah. Definitely the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, comparably, they do so much better than everybody else at building these that it almost seems like everybody else doesn't actually give a crap. They're just, you know, making products because they know people want them, but they're not trying to even bother making quality
Yeah.
products. You know, there's always with every brand or every type of thing that you can buy, there's always maybe only 1% of the companies that are out there that actually like truly legitimately care to make quality.
Yep. Don't mind me. I'm just making a little bit of morning food.
You know, it's almost kind of maddening though that making quality products or doing quality work isn't enough by itself to make a business succeed though.
Yeah.
And in fact, a business can succeed without providing anything of quality or value whatsoever as long as they're really good at the marketing side of things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're seeing that everywhere, dude. You're seeing the marketing with the internet, all over, obviously, social media, and everybody's selling this and everybody's selling that, and whether it's health products or Reiki or whatever. I mean, it's like crazy.
This isn't something that I would want to do, but I would greatly appreciate it if there was somebody out there in the world who's really good at marketing, prides themselves on quality marketing that achieves really good results, who would actually make it their goal to find these one percenters who do really high quality work but suck at marketing
Yeah.
and market for them, right? And most of those companies aren't going to be able to afford services up front.
Yeah.
Um, so they'd have to be willing to like provide the service up front for, a percentage of future profits if profits increase beyond X value, kind of an agreement. And you can make bank doing that if you are, in fact, really good at marketing.
Hmm.
And those good companies that actually produce quality results, they need good marketers.
Yes, they do.
If I was a good marketer, I would probably just create that company myself. But
Hmm.
I'm one of those people that's actually in need of a good marketer.
Just making some
Halloween.
chlorine, CHLOINE. It's what we
Hold
find in eggs and fish and broccoli.
on. Oh, choline.
Choline, yes. Scramble up a few eggs with some heavy whipping cream. Put them in the pan, obviously, and then um, I use look what I'm using.
What is that? Oh, ghee. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'd rather use beef tallow myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
seems to be pretty good stuff. And then I obviously cook up my scrambled eggs, and then I put cayenne pepper on top of them, and some which I'll show you real quick. Then I use the kimchi kraut.
Nice.
What's that?
Nice.
Do you like kraut?
I like kimchi.
Yeah,
I've never tried kimchi kraut.
yeah. This is a
I
Korean.
don't know if they're just calling it kraut because it does have cabbage in it, but I've never heard it called kraut
Yeah,
before. So
that's
either,
supposed says the probiotic in there,
yeah,
and then this has got it's a Korean inspired kraut with like a little bit of mild heat.
yeah.
Yep.
I think
But
it's kind of funny that they call it kimchi kraut
yeah.
because saying kimchi is kind of the same as saying sauerkraut, except it's like the Korean version, right?
Oh, okay.
So adding kraut to the end of kimchi is kind of the same as saying sauerkraut kraut.
Yeah.
So just kind of weird to me that they call it kimchi kraut.
Yep. Good stuff though.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
A little bit of where did that go?
I'm not really a fan of sauerkraut, but I am of kimchi.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of sauerkraut either, but um, I'll sprinkle a little bit on the on top of the eggs.
Thank you. I'll pay the thing back
Mm-hmm.
next month. How long? No, that's right.
Little kimchi. And I take this I got this creamy. Can you see that?
Havarti.
Yeah, good stuff. It's the product of Denmark, and basically it's just it is RBST free.
Growth hormones.
Correct. None. And it's basically where's that label? Oh, it says peel here. Oh, okay. What's microbiorenant?
What microbio? What
Renant.
redden?
Yeah, it's RENNET.
Redden. Microbio redden. I gotta know what redden means.
Renant, isn't it like a remnant or something or renant? Isn't that what renant means? You back?
Did I spell that right? Renant. There's
Yeah,
ANT. Yeah.
RENN. Did you find it?
Renant. What is that? Latin?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's medical, so it's gotta be Latin.
Huh. I also you ever see these, Cam? I don't know, you can't see me on the screen. That's okay.
Well, this has to be it.
What's that?
So there's no direct Latin word for rennet. The closest meaning would be derived from the combination of agere, to make, and coagulum, clot, essentially translating to the thing that causes clotting, as rennet's primary function is to curdle milk by causing coagulation in cheese making.
Hmm.
And it's an ingredient in cheese. So
Well, that's cool. Huh? I said that's cool. Yeah. What's going on? What's up there? Oh. Oh, okay.
microbiota curdling at the Small life level.
Microbial rennet. Hmm. So what's the benefits of the rennet?
I guess it's just how you curdle cheese or how
That's
you
it.
make cheese.
That's all it is, huh?
The process by which you turn milk into cheese.
Nothing really special. Okay. Boy.
So time limit is 11:30 because
Yep.
I have an appointment at 12.
Okay. You would like to you want to cut it short today?
No,
No?
just let you
Okay.
know. Like 11:30 is my time limit.
Yeah.
10:30 your time.
Yeah, what time is it?
Right now it's my time 11:17.
Oh, okay.
11:12. Man,
Yeah.
my eyes are getting bad.
Are they?
Yeah, they're still like they're getting worse even though I don't wear glasses.
Hmm. What do you feel is causing that? Possibly. Is it
Um,
is it screen time, you think?
no, I had a particular incident when I was a child where I basically broke my neck, um, but without damaging the spinal cord.
Yeah, I
But
remember you
like,
telling me about this.
um, basically what happened is my neck broke in a very specific way where the atlas and the third vertebra, so the top three vertebra, just completely separated from one another,
Hmm.
just clean disconnects, right? So basically, what that meant was my second vertebra, uh, the atlas, was just like completely the atlas or the axis, one of those two.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can never remember which order they're in. Anyways, that second vertebra was just like floating in space, right? Um, but all the muscles in my neck still worked properly, and my spine was still like it wasn't damaged, in the process of this happening. Um, but after like about a week, the bones finally resettled on top of each other.
Hmm.
And I knew this was going to happen because I felt it coming in. And the whole time, the C2 vertebra was like floating around and I could move it from side to side. And I had to be very careful because just using my neck, like the vertebra could get stuck in
Yeah.
a twisted position and not come back, right? So I had to keep bringing it back to center, back to center, back to center, back to center. Um, and this whole time I'm like, oh man, I know my neck's gonna resettle, and when it does,
Yeah.
like this better be in the right position.
Yeah.
So I was very intent to try and always keep it in the right position. And in the end, though, when it resettled just a tiny little bit off center. And I felt it when it clicked in too. And I was on my way going to adjust my neck because I was like, oh, I think it's going in. And
Hmm.
I was on my way getting to my neck, and my neck went click. And I was like, oh no. And then I could no longer get it back into center. And it was stuck where it was, just a little bit off center.
Yeah.
I was like, son of a gun. So, anyways, what that's been doing ever since then is pinching the nerves on one side of the neck a little bit.
Yeah.
And those are the nerves that wrap around and go to the left eye. And so that's why the left eye keeps getting damaged over time.
Huh.
And I see a chiropractor, and we can get my neck back into position, in one axis of direction, or upon any like lateral direction, right? Up, down,
Hmm.
left, right. But what we can't do is any kind of twisting motion, right?
Hmm.
In order to get the vertebra to actually rotate back into center. So that C2 vertebra is forever just a little off center with the rest of my spine, which
Hmm.
is one of the reasons that my spine always keeps coming right back out of alignment so quickly,
Yeah.
because it all travels from the top down, right? If there's an instability at any one extremity, the top or the lower back, it's going to carry all the way down or all the way up, right? Um, and throw everything else out of alignment. And so that's why I have to see a chiropractor so often. And I don't think I'll ever be able to get that C2 vertebra back into
Hmm. Hmm.
center, which means it's always going to be compressing those nerves a little bit and making my left eye a little bit worse over time, a little bit worse over time, a little bit worse over time.
Yeah. Any type of neck or back injury can be painful, man.
Mm.
Or sometimes just downright just uncomfortable. I remember when I went through that in like 2018, somewhere around that. Yeah, right around there. 18, 17. It was bad, man. Supposedly that's when I had Lyme disease. So,
Yeah, that's no fun to deal with.
hmm. Yep. Body's a miraculous thing, though, in healing. Self-healing. If we give it the time to do so, the right tools and resources. Sometimes just frame of mind, right?
Hmm.
I've always found that interesting with Dr. Joe Dispenza's story.
Joe Dispenza?
Hmm. How he was in a horrific auto accident, and he was paralyzed from, was it neck down or waist down? I think it was neck down. But with having his background of things that he's done before, I think he was a neurosurgeon. Um, he was able to lay there in bed for months and just with his thought alone rewire his brain and then walk out of the hospital. That's his story.
It's an interesting story.
Hmm. By imagining and picturing, putting the broken pieces back together.
Hmm.
Yep. Pretty interesting, man.
That is rather interesting
Mm-hmm.
because I wonder if it's as a result of reading his books earlier and not knowing it. No, I don't think so. I don't think I discovered him until later on.
Yeah, if you ever want to kind of hear about it, like how he talks about it,
Well, what's interesting about that is when I was younger, like pre-amnesia, um, living as what I call like it was my higher self living in this body. Um, Whenever I was doing any kind of intentional healing exercise, I too would also like visualize the actual, physiology on all the different scales of the structure, just like repairing and coming back together.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. Sewing themselves back together,
Right?
you know. It's pretty detailed imaginations, actually.
Yeah.
So that's rather interesting.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Very, very interesting.
So
We keep on being told that the mind is the most powerful thing, of course, right? But I think those even just repeating mantras to yourself or whatever words, whatever you want to call it. I am healthy, I'm healed, I'm whole, I'm complete. In a series of 3 and revitalizing your
interesting.
revitalizing your cells and speaking to them and energizing them with positive affirmations, words, whatever, however we want to call it. I'm sorry, you were saying?
It's just I was kind of thinking out loud in the moment there where losing it. That's okay. It'll come back.
It usually does. Somehow.
Fleeting realization.
Chloe. How do you pronounce that? Chloe?
Choline.
Huh?
Choline.
Choline?
Choline.
Mm-hmm. I find it so funny how we take words and we can there's like everybody's like, well, that's how this is supposed to be spelt and done and whatever, and that's how you're supposed to say this and this word and it's spelt this way and
Well, it is, damn it.
yeah, is red blue or is red red is blue blue?
As long as enough people agree upon it, I suppose.
Yeah, as long as enough people agree upon it, which you can look at that so many different ways, just like we were talking about.
kind of.
Is the blue light from our phones and devices really harmful, or is it just because everybody's agreeing on that it is?
Mm.
Hmm. And we're just consumers.
So actually, interesting you should mention that. Because that's the whole other side of it is while some beliefs dictate the reality that you perceive, other beliefs, no matter how hard you try, will never change the reality that is, right?
Yeah.
And toxicity is one of those things where you can believe all day long that it's healthy for you, but if it's toxic for you, it's still going to be toxic to you.
Yeah. Is it?
Yes.
The CIA used to.
Because I had no idea for so long that gluten was basically killing me.
Mm-hmm.
And I ate it for 36 years, you know. It's like almost all I ate for 36 years.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that it was killing me. Um, but like once it got to a certain point in killing me, and I became aware that it's killing me, you know, um, like I can't just like I wasn't aware that it was happening in the first place. So, you know, what I believed had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, because obviously I didn't believe that gluten was killing me or I wouldn't be eating it.
Yeah. The
But I,
CIA agents used to ingest small amounts of cyanide rat poisoning, and they would do it very small increments, and then they would raise the bar a little bit more, and then they would raise it a little bit more, and then they would raise it a little bit more, so that if someone ever tried to poison them, they would live, they would survive, so their
mhm.
body could handle that. So I find that interesting.
Only imagine what that must feel like.
I suppose if you're doing it in microdoses in small amounts, you know, I mean, you hear people like some of the most powerful minds and stuff like that talk about that stuff, like too, like where they'll ingest mercury and drink mercury and show people that it's just everything's just in your mind. Not that I would recommend that anybody go out and eat rat poison or drink Drano, but I mean, look, we get heavy metals from the soil, and that's just naturally occurring. That's always
Well,
been.
not all heavy metals are toxic.
Heavy metals have always been in the soil even before humans walked this earth.
Mhm.
So there's like always small increments of like lead or cadmium or whatever in the soil. You know what I mean? It's always been there, but we've just come in now and made it even worse by putting shit into pesticides and herbicides and then all the other stuff. So now, yeah, we are getting overloaded with the heavy metals that are naturally occurring in the soils, and then the ones that are created by humans. You know, so yeah, of course, our bodies can only handle so much of it. You know. Um,
Yeah, it's really no joke to say that we are made from the dirt of the earth.
right. Stardust.
But no, like even in a very realistic sense, like even now we are still technically made of the dirt of the earth. It's just the dirt of the earth as after it's grown into fruits and vegetables, after those fruits and vegetables have been eaten by animals,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And became those animals.
Right.
so on and so forth.
Right. That seed.
Right. And then now it's being eaten by us. And that soil, it's still the soil from the soil, all coming into us.
Mm-hmm.
So literally everything is always made of the soil. So whatever
Such
we
as
put
the
into the soil, it's coming into us.
right. Yep. Yeah. But I think it's like about education, it's just like we want to shut down Roundup or, the company Roundup and their glyphosate that they sell. As consumers, we have to be educated on what we're buying, knowing that those things are toxic. And when we don't support those businesses and nobody's buying Roundup anymore, well, what happens? It's just like our business, nobody's calling us for work anymore, and we're not. Our business is going to fail, just like Roundups will if humans quit buying it.
Stop using GMOs. You won't need their products anymore to keep your plants alive.
Mm-hmm.
And start practicing companion planting because, they work together to keep insects and other critters and everything
Mm-hmm.
away if they're planted properly together.
Right.
And they also support each other with the nutrients that they both require and give off.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying I'm an expert in that. I just know that that exists. Anyways, unfortunately,
Yep.
it is now time for me to go.
All right, bud. Well, thank you.
Absolutely, man. You have a good day. And next time we want to have a phone call, let's just do a Zoom.
All right, Cam. That sounds great.
All right, yo, peace out.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.
Okay. Bye.